Hi everyone, it is Achia here at Booking Up with Achia, and we're in Buffalo, New York. My partner and I traveled for one of his best friend's wedding, so we're up here for the weekend. We got in yesterday, which was Wednesday, and y'all, that was a long train ride. It was 8 hours. We may or may not have gotten off at the wrong stop, but we were still in Buffalo, so it still counts. And yeah, just been chilling. I read for a lot of that trip, which was pretty cool. And I finished Matriarch by Tina Knowles. Really loved it. That book is funny. She has like this very like dry humor, very sarcastic, dry humor. But it talks a lot about motherhood, of course, because it's named Matriarch, but just the different types of mothering there is, and the importance of breaking generational curses, and the I don't want to say burden, but the work it takes to be the one to break a curse or to break a pattern or a habit that parents fall into due to circumstances. And so constantly checking that and allowing the next generation to fly, but also allowing yourself to take off. It was an excellent book. I'm giving it 5 stars. It was really well done, really well written, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I finally started Blood at the Root by Ladarion Williams. Of course, you guys know me. If it's a hardcover book, I don't have the dust jacket on it, but this is the naked version of Blood at the Root. I like that it has like a little design. I'm wondering what this actually represents. I guess once we get more into it, I'll know. I'm at page 82. And am I on page 82? I feel like I skipped a page. Hold on. Really on page 81. I just put the bookmark on the wrong page. But this one follows Malik, and when he was 7 years old, he discovered he had magical powers on the same day that some like people came and essentially attacked his mother, and something happened where his mother disappeared and she's presumed dead by like everybody, and people even suspect that maybe he killed her. And he has been living with these magical powers for 10 years, trying to just like keep them in control, but maybe sort of learn how to use them. And we start off the book with him. Well, I mean, there's a prologue, but then we start off his journey as a 17-year-old with him trying to save his foster brother Tay, and they end up being approached by this like man who's like, I have this letter from your grandmother, your mother's mother, and you have to go to Louisiana. And they end up there, and I'm at the point now where he's met this grandmother, and there's like a magical HBCU, which historically Black university, that she wants him to go to so he can learn about his powers. There's also this element where kids have been going missing from the community, and yeah, we're dealing with that. Malik is definitely dealing with his grief still, which makes sense because it was unresolved. Like, he does not know what happened to his mother. He doesn't even know if his mother may still be alive or is she actually dead. And there's that mystery thread there. I'm also reading, where is it? It's in my bag. I'm also reading The Narrows by Ann Petrie. I started this. Okay, so the angle might have changed just a slight bit. I don't even know because my mic died. But I was saying that the day before we left, I started The Narrows by Ann Petrie. Oh my gosh, this is my second Ann Petrie. The first one being The Street, which I absolutely loved. I gave that 5 stars. And this one follows this community after this community called The Narrows, and it is it is chronicling the like torrid affair between this black guy and this white woman. So the description says that she's like, I guess, being chased by someone, and it's really, really foggy. And he hears her. He's like, "Oh my God, come with me to this." I guess it was like a bar or something, and for safety. And so it's apparently so foggy that they don't recognize that he's black and she's white. And they end up going to the bar. They go in, and it's only in the light of the bar and also when everyone else is quiet that they realize that, oh, we're two different races. And so it is like their affair. And I think she's actually the daughter of like the most wealthy white family in town. And yeah, it sounds like it's going to be messy, and it's very introspective. There's a lot of internal monologuing and internal reflection, much like what happened in The Street. I'm on page 50, just at the start of chapter 3, and we've met the main guy, Link, I think his name is. Yeah, we've met the main guy already, but only through the perspective of his mother, who is actually the one who opens up the story, which I find to be interesting. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. It's thick, much like The Street is thick. But yeah, I also want to start When Trees Testify. This is my nonfiction for the month of March. I've talked about this because I was sent it by the publisher, and this is Science, Wisdom, History, and America's Black Botanical Legacy. Is talking about several trees and one shrub, the cotton shrub, that are linked and tied to Black American history. Looking forward to starting this one. Hopefully, I don't know when I'll start it. Maybe I'll start it tonight. We'll see. But this is my nonfiction for the month of March. Yes, it is the end of March, but I was still reading my nonfiction for February, which was Matriarch. I just take a long time with nonfiction, but this one is slimmer, and I think it's only 8 chapters. Of course, there's a preface and introduction, and then a conclusion, but it is 228 pages. So, I mean, I really could finish it. Like, if I hustled, I could finish this before the start of Read Your Library. But we'll see. And yeah, I need to speed up and get ready for the rehearsal today, and change my outfit. And I'll give an apartment tour or an Airbnb tour when we return. All right, we're back from the rehearsal dinner. It was very nice, very chill. I'm a little buzzed, y'all. So this tour is about to be by the grace of the universe. Huh? I'm literally 30 years old. Okay, so let's start this. Well, I guess I gotta switch it around. Please hold. All right, so this is like the view from the door. Come in. Here's the kitchen. I really love, like, they have these plants here. So when Dee and I move, I will be stealing this idea. And then to your right, you have the stove, very cute toaster oven, a Keurig, and of course the fridge and some cabinetry. And then to your left, you have the sink, the dish rack, microwave, more cabinetry, and then like this little, I guess it's an island, but not really. It's not. It's just more preparation food space. And then you continue on and you see little like cute little table. We were actually chilling here last night as we watched the Hannah Montana 20th year special. And then there's the living room. Say hello.
Hello.
And of course the TV. Oh, a cat. So cute. Very cute. And this is actually where I filmed the intro to the video. And then there's this really long hallway. Walk, 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 walk. The bathroom, which I really like. Shower, of course. And then continuing down the hallway. More hallway, more hallway, more hallway, more hallway. And here is the bedroom. Very nice. TV, of course. And then the bed, which I will say, the sheets are really, really comfortable and really soft. Very much not what we usually get in a hotel or an Airbnb. So that was nice. I love the exposed brick. And I don't know if it's real brick or not. I want to say it is. Okay. It probably is. The building was built in, I think, 1901. There's like I guess a piece of artwork or informational timeline, if you will, of the area. And I believe it says that this building was built in 1901 and it was a hotel. And I'm thinking the brick is real. It's just so smooth. At least it was out here. In the bedroom, it's not so smooth. So they probably treated it with something. But yeah, no, I'm loving the exposed brick. It's a very nice apartment. I wouldn't mind living here. Yeah, for real. If it wasn't in Buffalo, I would not mind living here. But it's pretty chill. And yeah, tomorrow is the wedding. We are going to, well, I'm going to heat up the McDonald's that I didn't eat earlier. And I feel like we'll also have a second dinner. Are you hungry?
A little bit. A little bit. Maybe that's a good.
We had pizza. I feel like we should probably eat because I feel like, what did you have to eat earlier?
Just the filet of fish and the fries.
We need food. We need food. This is me talking. If I'm saying we need food, we need food. So we'll see what's on our list of like places to order from and what's open because it is like, oh wow, it's 11:03. So yeah, I did start. I hope you don't mind starring in this clip with me. I did start When Trees Testify. I guess I'll put that in the corner right there. It's good. I read the introduction and I read the well, I'm partway through the preface and I feel like this book is about to like rip my heart out and then put it back together and put it back in. That's just par for the course when it comes to anything that deals with chattel slavery and the history of Black Americans in this country that we built. So as much as I would love to finish it in the month of March, I am not going to be upset if I don't, because I know based on what it's dealing with that it might be a book I'm going to have to take my time with. So yeah. Do you have anything you like? What are you reading right now? Oh my God, I get to do this.
Oh God. Just the Other Terror's book.
Yeah, we're buddy reading Other Terrors together. We should probably read a chapter or two today. And we only read it when we're in the company of one another. You have yours with you?
Yeah.
So
That in mind. My Duolingo streak is 197 days. And I'm in the Pro League, whatever, 2000 XP. So I'm grinding.
What? Aren't you reading Berserk? Volume 6? Did you finish it?
Oh, I actually just finished it. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess you plan on reading Volume 6?
7.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The isn't it? It's like Grande, right? So doesn't Volume 6 have 11 and 12 or something like? I don't know. How does that work?
It's like three volumes in one book, and the art is blown up, so it's pretty much just enlarged to show detail. But every book is 3 normal volumes of manga, and I think I'm like almost halfway through. But depending on how it ends, I'm gonna get the tattoo of the symbol on the book. If it ends the way I hoping it ends, yes. But if not, then no.
Very nice. We're also buddy reading The Plotters, which we haven't listened. We were doing the audiobook. Did we start that in February or January? Yeah, so we got to get back to that. We might actually put that on tonight. Because I keep staring at it in my currently reading on Storygraph. Yeah, so that needs to like have a thing. It was interesting. We just, as a couple, we have so many different forms of media that we enjoy together, and
You just fell off.
yeah, so it's a thing.
Yeah, we fell off.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. And I will probably check in tomorrow morning ish before we head off to the wedding. Someone's best friend is getting married. It is the day of the wedding. And we're about to head out. Just called the Uber. And yeah, I didn't do any more reading. We watched Sailor Moon. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at all. But yeah, excited. I love love. So I'm always excited for a wedding. But yeah, I'll take some footage and do all the things. And oh, we ended up ordering halal. That's where we ended up, halal food for dinner because we were indeed hungry again. But yeah, we're gonna go on this journey and celebrate two people's love story. All right, we're back from the wedding. It was so good. It was really nice wedding, also a nice reception. The table we were seated at was really cool, really chill people. Yeah, really appreciate that. Yeah, they did. I'm so, I'm the type of person where like, as soon as we got back, the bra came off. I'm tired of being strapped down. I can't do it. Strap down, strap back, strap up, whatever you want to call it. So, but also I'm just a homebody. So I'm ready to play some Pocopia. It may or may not listen to an audiobook. I don't even know. But we're just gonna chill. All right, it is now Saturday. This is our free day. And we're gonna head to Unapologetic Coffee Cafe, which is a Black-owned coffee shop, but also coffee distributor. Like they make their own coffee in bags and things and send it places. You can also buy it online. And then after we do that, we're heading to Ziwadi Books, which is a Black-owned bookstore. I'm very excited. As for what we'll do after the bookstore, I don't know. We'll see what's on the list and what's open. Because things be closing early up here, which is fascinating. But yeah, I finally finished the introduction in Trees That Testify. So now I'm at the very beginning of chapter 1, which is talking about pecan trees. And I also read like 40 more pages in Blood at the Root. I'm very excited. Oh, I'm hoping that they have the sequel to Blood at the Root at Ziwadi Books, which is Bones at the Crossroad. So that's the hope. Wish me luck. we are back in the Airbnb for a little bit. We went to Ziwadi Books. That was so cool. It's so fascinating because the front of the property, the front of the storefront, is Ziwadi Books, and the owner was saying like she rents out that space. Her and her husband rent out that space for the bookshop, and then in the back, the person who owns the property does hair, and then upstairs are apartments. It's like this is like one of the blackest things I've ever heard of. But it was cool. I got some books. I am going to share what I got with you. And it was nice just having a very wide selection of Black books, Black authored books of all genres, all age groups, all, nonfiction, fiction. There were bookmarks. There was like the Kwanzaa flag, postcards. Just really, it was just nice. It's always nice to visit your people, and support your people and go to Black owned businesses, especially because we went to a Black owned coffee shop. That's where we got the coffee. I got a Vietnamese style iced coffee, with these like tiny little ice cubes, and it has spiced brown sugar. And then the bagel, the bagel was rosemary and sea salt, which I've never had that combination before. That was delicious. But yeah, we're gonna see what books I got and other things. So like I said, I got the flag. I've always wanted one of these. Now the next time I go to the African American Day Parade, whenever that is. I mean, it's in September. I know when it is, but when I'll go, which year, I don't know. And then also for Juneteenth. Ah! But yeah. And so let me wrap that back up. Oh, that was way easier than I thought it would be. And then Demetrius got a flute. I don't know if this is for him or for his brother. This isn't a flute. This is a recorder, isn't it? Wait. Oh, wow. This is a recorder. That's cool. It's probably for him. And then he got an activity book, or like a puzzle book, Appreciating Black History puzzle book. I got some bookmarks. This is a Happy Kwanzaa bookmark. It's going to focus on, there we go. And I got 2 Kwanzaa bookmarks. Yeah, there we go. That's the second one. And then I got just a general Black history one. And what's really cool about this, besides the fact that it says Black history, a legacy of strength, a future of hope, is that on the book it has quotes. So it says, success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. And that's a quote by Booker T. Washington. Then we have come too far to be discouraged or to lose hope or to stop believing in the dream. And that's Coretta Scott King. And then the last quote is, we all have dreams. In order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. And that's by Jesse Owens. So these are the 3 bookmarks. And then, oh wait, hold on, before we get into the books. I also got a pencil. It's a Black History pencil celebrating 100 years of Black History Month, which is kind of wild when you think about it. There's a quote on it that says, we have a wonderful history behind us, and it is going to inspire us to greater achievements. And this is by Carter G. Woodson, who was a historian and also the author, creator of Black History Month, which started out as Negro History Week for 1 week in February, and then it expanded to encompass the entire month. And then for books, I finally got Burn Down Master's House by Clay Kane. I was going to get this last weekend. You will have seen, you should have, if I do my job correctly, you should have seen my Harlem Black business vlog. Me and my besties went, and I actually had this in my hand, but then I decided to get 2 other things. And this one says, takes historical fiction to a new level in a genre-defying novel, both intimate and epic, that unveils ferocious stories of revolt against chattel slavery in the 19th century American South. These stories, largely erased or forgotten, are now unearthed and brought vividly to life. So let's see. So someone starts a fire. So a fire starts, lit by the enslaved. Their rebellions are quiet at times, explosive at others, but never mere resistance. This is outright opposition, and it follows several people, and maybe it just follows 2. No, it follows several people about just like revolt. Inspired by the true stories of the profoundly courageous men and women who dared to fight back, Burn Down Master's House is a singular tour de force of a novel, breathtaking in scope, compassion, righteousness, and timely defiance. So we got that. And then we have Ugh. Isaac's Song by Daniel Black. This is by the same person who did Don't Cry for Me, which I read a couple of years ago and absolutely loved. And I knew I had to get this when I saw it because one of my books for my 12 Recs by 12 Friends is Isaac's Song. It's Coda's pick. And so I'm glad that I have a physical copy of that because it just makes it easier for me to do that project. And this one follows actually the son of the guy who was writing in Don't Cry for Me. Like he's like detailing his life to his son, and his son is Isaac. And so it says, the beloved author of Don't Cry for Me in Perfect Peace returns with a poignant, emotionally exuberant novel about a young queer Black man finding his voice in 1980s Chicago. This will probably rip my heart out, much like Don't Cry for Me did, and I'm here for it. Also, I just really love the cover. Then we have a nonfiction that I was super excited about. I think it came out either early this year or late last year. But that is Black in Blues. How About Color Tells the Story of My People by Imani Perry. And this is a nonfiction book, and she is connecting Black history and Black people to the color blue and how it shows up in our folklore, our stories. And it says, a surprising, beautiful meditation on the color blue and its fascinating role in Black history and culture. Poignant, spellbinding, and utterly original, Black in Blues is a brilliant work that could only have come from the mind of one of our greatest writers. And then the last novel, fiction novel, is Happy Land by Dolan Perkins Valdez. This is the author of Take My Hand, which another one where I read a couple years ago, loved it. And so when I found out that they were having a new book come out, I was super excited about it, and I really wanted to get my hands on it. This cover is absolutely stunning. And this is I guess a reimagining, if you will, about the Black Kingdom that took place on American soil. And it says, in the hills of Appalachia, there once was a kingdom. Ba, 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 ba. So yeah, Nikki hasn't seen her grandmother in years. And then she calls her an urgent request. But instead of getting answers about the recent past, Mother Rita tells Nikki an incredible story of a kingdom on this very mountain and of her great, great, great grandmother, Luella, who would become its queen. It sounds like the makings of a fairy tale, royalty among a community of freed people. But the more Nikki learns about the kingdom of the Happy Land and the lives of those who dwelled in the ruins she discovers in the woods, the more she realizes how much of her identity and her family secrets are wrapped up in these hills. Because this land is their legacy, and it will be up to her to protect it before it, like so much else, is stolen away. Inspired by true events, Happy Land is a transporting multi-generational novel about the stories that shape us and the dazzling courage it takes to dream. So yes, very excited to have this in my hands. And then I got 2 picture books. One of them I've already read both of them. What am I saying? But this one I read a few years ago. I had gotten it from the library and I absolutely loved it. This is An American Story by Kwame Alexander with the art by Dara Coulter. And I knew that I wanted this in my library. And so when I saw it, and I thought that was only $10, when I saw it, I was like, I need this. Gorgeous story, gorgeous artwork. I mean, So the inside says, how do you tell an American story? A story of struggle, a story of strength, a story of horror, a story of hope, a story of survival that must be told, the story of us. And just like the artwork is beautiful and just heart-wrenching. I mean, look at that. Look at the dichotomy of that. You have these happy and free Africans and sunshine. And then like essentially on the same boat, you have these slave catchers in the nighttime skulking about. And it's just, I'm very happy. And then the last book is actually a throwback. This book is definitely like a part of Black American culture through and through. Like this book was in every classroom in my elementary and middle school. Like I remember this book so clearly. They used to read it to us. And I'm a little surprised that my family did not have a copy, which seems a little out of character for us, but maybe we did and it got lost, but I'm pretty sure we didn't. And this is Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters, An African Tale. And I knew I had to get this because this really just brought back so many memories. And just, I remember loving the artwork, loving the story. Like this one is full of nostalgia for me. So I had to do it. And oh, I remember this one so clearly. This artwork So I'm very happy. Let me read what it's about. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters is a timeless story inspired by a traditional African folktale. Mufaro was a happy man who had two very beautiful daughters. Nyasha is kind and considerate, but everyone except Mufaro knows that Manyara is selfish and bad-tempered. When the great king decides to marry and invites the most worthy and beautiful daughters in the land to appear before him, Mufaro declares proudly that only the king can choose between Nyasha and Manyara. Who will the king choose? John Steptoe's luminous illustrations, which were inspired by the flora and fauna of Zimbabwe, reflect the beauty, warmth, and internal vision of the land and people of his ancestors. First published more than 30 years ago, Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters is a Caldecott Honor Book and a Coretta Scott King Illustrator Award winner and has become a modern classic, and it definitely is. Oh, he passed away. That's sad. But yeah, that's a little haul for you. But we are going to have a little like early dinner, late lunch type of situation with some leftovers and some shrimp egg rolls, rice. Oh no. And then chill for a little bit before we head out for like a bigger dinner at, thank you, Hot Mama's Canteen. I was like, I don't know what the place is called because they have buffalo wings and they have vegetarian buffalo wings, and I always like to be included. And I'm excited. I didn't know, New Yorker here, I did not know that buffalo wings originated in Buffalo, New York. So we knew that we had to try that since we're up here. But yeah, did I miss something in here? Are these pins? What is this? Ooh, these are pins. I did miss something. Oh, these are so cute. Or something. It's like, oh, it's part of a thank you card. That's cute. Yeah, I'll check in later. All right. We're back from Hot Mama's Canteen. Hot Mama's Canteen. It was good. I enjoyed the hot buffalo eggplant wings, and we got fries, Mamma Mia fries. It was like they were kind of they weren't spicy, but they had like a Cajun flavor with Romano cheese. That was really good. So yeah, so we just packed a bit since we do leave tomorrow, and yeah, doing most of the packing now, and then we're just gonna chill for the rest of the night. Maybe watch some Sailor Moon. But the real reason I turned on the camera is because I totally forgot that I have not talked about my audiobook at all, and I actually finished it earlier. So I was reading Ties That Tether by Jane Igaro, and it was good. The characters definitely got on my nerves. It follows this woman who she is Nigerian Canadian, and she made a promise to her late father like 13 years ago that she would marry a Nigerian man. Her mom is also like, you must marry a Nigerian man. She's been setting her up on all these dates, and that's just not like, it's not working out, basically. And so one night she has a fling with this white man, and then she ends up pregnant, and he also is the newest hire at her job. And so they're like trying to fight this attraction they have to each other because like they're coworkers. But yeah, I don't even know if I would call it a romance. I don't know. It wasn't bad. I do plan on reading The Sweetest Remedy, which is by this author. I also have it. And I've heard that that one is like miles better than Ties That Tether. I think I'm going to settle on a 3-star. It was interesting. It kept my interest. So yay. It was also a book of the month book, and I've been trying to read down that TBR. And because it is that, it's also a book that I own, and I've been trying to read more of that. So I'm glad that I read it. And then I started another audiobook, Where the Black Flowers Bloom, which I've been wanting to read for a bit. This one is a middle grade fantasy. It takes place in a alternate African country, I think. And there's this girl whose name escapes me right now, but she was adopted by like the village, not matriarch, but village, I guess soothsayer, if you will. And that person is killed. And their dying breath is like, go where the black flowers bloom to discover like your destiny or something like that, because she is in this prophecy. And so yeah, I'm in the very beginnings of that. I might have to rewind it a little bit because I was falling asleep as I was listening to it. Not because it was boring, but because I was tired and I needed a nap. But yeah, no, that is the update. All right, it is Sunday. We're about to go ahead and catch the train. I didn't sleep well. I'll be very honest. I had an anxiety dream, and we love those. So there's that. I don't really know.
Follow up.
Yeah, I feel like my energy is just I'm not here. I don't even know if you can hear me the way I want you to because I didn't even pull the mic out because I'm okay. I guess we can't both be in focus because I'm exhausted. I'm real tired. Just. So there's that. And did I read any after I updated? I don't even know why I turned the camera on. I finished chapter 1 in Trees That Testify, which is all about pecans. That was informative. A little sad, but informative. And I read some more in The King Must Die, which has taken me 3,000 years to read. But I got to 24%, so that's good. And also, our Uber's here. Okay, so we're on the train. And we have about like maybe 3.5 hours left. We have not yet hit Albany. They actually just announced that they're turning the train around to put an engine someplace in the front, which is fascinating. So we'll be going backwards. Like, we'll be facing backwards now. I've never had this happen, and I'm a little intrigued about how they're going to do this. Whoa, okay. But yeah, I guess as you watch this train do whatever, I'll talk about books. So I've been reading, well, actually, I'm sleeping, but I was reading a bit more of Blood at the Root. Really enjoying it. I definitely will be buying the sequel so that I can read it. And it's so chill. It's so very, very black. And I love that for us. So I think I'm going to read a bit more of that. And well, I can't sip on some coffee yet because the cafe won't open until we leave Albany. And we're not getting into Albany until the train like goes in reverse. So hopefully I'll be able to keep my eyes open. But this like nap that I had, which was really just me sleeping because the anxiety dreams kept me from actually getting good sleep. That is the plan. Do you have anything like that? No. He's playing Dave the Diver. I probably will play Bookopia later. We have stopped. Alright, I'm back home with my companion. I was gonna just have it go out with me giving Strawberry all the scritches she missed out on, but I have some milk. So I was like, might as well do that now. I know what one of them is because of the box, but I don't know what this is in the brown. So as I open this, I got to I think 160 something in Blood at the Root. So that's cool. I'm really enjoying it. This is the same book twice, which is hilarious. So it's Phases by Brandy. This is her memoir. Very excited for this. And I say it's the same book twice because the box that I got is this. So unless there's not the box in here, then I mean, not the box, not the book in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a giveaway because I don't need 2 copies. Yeah, this is the book. again, and a pin. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, this is Brandy's memoir. Oh wow, she had her first record deal at 14. At 15, her album went platinum. At 16, she was starting to hit Takamoisha and became the first black actress to play Cinderella on screen alongside fairy godmother Whitney Houston. Alright, cool. I mean, I just finished a memoir, so I don't know if I'll like go straight into this one, but we'll see. That is it, y'all. I mean, this is a great time, had a lot of fun, and thanks for going on the journey with me. Make sure to check out all my links: Bonfire, Etsy, social media, Discord, all the things. And if you'd like to support the channel on a monthly basis, you might want to consider becoming a channel member or a Patreon member. And Strawberry and I, who is sitting right here, we'll see you in another video. Bye.
Showing. I ain't living for the moment. I see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like a Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me.